Hello there and welcome to the Almost Homestead. I'm here making this video today in this nasty weather because I want to enter the Planter Garden TV Herb Challenge for 2024. I, of course, am doing it on this nasty, halfway rainy, drizzly day, but I'm really excited about it actually. So we're gonna start first with the herbs that I'm actually putting into the ground outside today. So we have basil. I don't honestly know if it is too early to do basil or not, so that'll be an experiment. Calendula, 90% sure that as long as I put a blankie on these, if there's snow, they're probably gonna be fine. Tulsi basil, gonna do some of these. Chicory, first year doing chicory. And mallow. So let's get started. So we're gonna start by planting some mallow over here. Now you can see where one of the plants came up last year, and I'm sure there are lots of seeds that have fallen around it. So we're gonna go over to this section and we're gonna plant some. So I've got my seeds and I've got my handy dandy digging tool, also known as the knife that broke off while I was eating dinner today. And I thought, you know what? This is a good thing to just make tiny holes in the soil without having to like ruin a fork or anything. So yeah, here we go. So we're gonna plant the chicory over here in this section, right by our comfrey plant, which by the way, has some green. We'll put a little leaf over it to protect it. It's supposed to get cold tonight. Next, we've got some calendula seeds that I'm gonna toss here, and some mammoth basil that I'm gonna try right here. So I really think that I already planted Tulsi here last year, but I'm just not positive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make sure that we know which ones I planted today, because I'm gonna plant them in really well-spaced intervals, as opposed to any I would have planted in the fall, I would have just tossed. Now, the last of the outdoor plants, gonna toss some parsley in. I already used a hoe to loosen the ground, and because I am just the most precise and fastidious of the gardeners, I'm gonna just toss these seeds. Maybe a little more. So yeah, parsley is like its plant cousin cilantro, and cilantro has grown in my garden through the entire winter. Now, I am gonna do one more while we're outside where we've got good light, and that is nasturtiums. So nasturtiums are supposed to soak in water for about 12 hours before you plant them. So nothing in my life, nothing in my garden touches city water if I can find a way to avoid it. So this is rainwater collected from my state-of-the-art water collection system, otherwise known as a tote that I forgot to bring in. So anyway, we're gonna open these, toss them in our little jar to plant tomorrow. So I'm going to talk a little bit about cold stratification, and I want to show you what happens when it's done wrong, otherwise known as how I did it a few days ago, before G-Mama grows hard in the garden, and Ms. Shirley, the OG gardener, helped me out. So they molded. I did it wrong with the paper towel method to cold stratify, and they molded. So we're not going to do it like that, but I will show you what I am going to do, thanks to their great advice, in a minute when we go inside. We're inside for cold stratification. We've got English daisy, the seeds left over from last year, Evening Primrose. Tried to grow this last year. Epic fail. Soapwort. Tried to grow this twice last year. Epic fail both times. Salvia, I think is how you say that. First time trying to grow it. Rosemary. I can't even tell you how many times I've tried to grow it. Maybe this year it'll work. And bee balm. So we've got our basic ingredients, paper towels, a mixture of water and peroxide. Now this is what G Mama Grows Hard in the Garden and Ms. Shirley OG Gardener taught me, was this ratio of 1 part peroxide to 3 parts water. And this will stop your stuff from molding. Also, I'm going to wring more water out of the paper towels, and when I take them out, I'm going to put them in a place that is warm, but not quite as sunny as where I put them before. So, to cold stratify your seeds, you are going to dip your paper towel in the peroxide solution. You're gonna wring out that water real good so that the paper towel it's damp, but it is not wet. And that is where I usually go wrong. I get too much water on these. So I'm gonna wring it out a second time. All right, now this should be better. So we're gonna put this in a bag. It's a little hard to get it flat, but whatever. And then we're gonna take some seeds. Now, I don't know that I want a ton of bee balm. I want enough to say I have some, but I don't want like 1,000 plants. So, gonna toss those down on my paper towel. Oh wow, that is way more than I meant. Dang. Yeah, lots of seeds. Gonna shut that. Gonna take the Post-it I have with the name of the plant and the date, and I'm going to put this on the back side of the Ziploc, so that when I set these out in the sun later on in the process, they won't be covered up by the Post-it, because you want the seeds to be able to get light when it's their time. And you definitely want to tape this on, because otherwise your Post-its will fall off and then you'll have mystery plants. Not ideal. So let me put on the time lapse and we'll finish these cold stratifying these seeds. Now we're gonna plant a couple in here. So we're gonna start with calendula. I have a few left in here, just some itty bitty bits. But calendula is something that I'm gonna use a lot of because I make herbal skin and beauty products. And that's going to be the business that I'm launching this year. So I need a lot of calendula. Calendula has amazing properties for your body, for your skin. So I need a lot of it. So I thought, you know what? I'll try some outside, I'll try some inside, and we'll just see how things do. So tossing some of that down. I'm going to do this as well with basil. Don't use it for business, I just really like it. So we're gonna try 1 row of that. The first year that I had my garden, oh my goodness, I had so much basil. It was almost impossible to process it all. But then last year, our weather was crazy, and by the time I got the basil planted, we had this stretch where it was like 90 degrees in May, I believe. Yeah, I think it was mid-May. And so I couldn't keep it alive. So this year, I'm covering all my bases. I've got stuff outside, I've got stuff inside, because I like basil. I don't want to not have basil. And so I'm going to write the names. And are you wondering what my cool labels are? Let me show you. They are the sides and tops of these upholstery sample kits. So everything is now planted. I think, counting the nasturtium, that should be 11 herbs. So I believe I have exceeded our total, which is good. I was worried I wouldn't have enough. And so I'm going to cover these seeds. I'm going to water them and let them do their thing. And I'll see you in a while for an update. I just want to say good luck to everyone that has entered the challenge. I hope that we can all learn a lot and grow in our ability to grow herbs. And yeah, I'm excited. So as always, if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and as always, eat something wild. We have plenty of things available. Enter the Planter TV, Planter